Yes. Can someone switch off 1, 2? Hussein, online students, please check your so much noise. ఏదైనా ఒకటి ఆపేరా ఇది ఆపే Online student, please check your audio and video settings. Okay, guys. In today's class, I think I was talking about what profiles, end to end of profiles, right?
This meeting is
Today,
being
let us talk
recorded.
about. Okay. Today, let us talk about the last topic of Spring Boot core module, that is runners. What is there? Runners. Okay. Okay, guys. Spring Boot core module, whose topic name is what? Runners. Super, guys. See, so far we are accessing container in the client application by calling spring application.run method, getting target Spring Bean class object reference by using ctx.getBean method, then invoking the business method. Lastly, invoking the business method. But in real time, same logics will not be placed in what? Main method. They will be actually placed in runner classes. Why? Because runner is a Spring Bean, but that executes only for one time. Main method also executes only for one time. Runner also executes only for one time. Okay. So it's better to write this kind of testing logics, okay, in the runner class or not, guys. A runner is a Spring Bean that is acting as what? One time executing Spring Bean. So all method invocation logic, testing logics will be kept in what? Runner class. A good programmer who developing Spring Boot application, he never touch single line of statement. Oh, okay. Single line of statement. You don't touch single line of statement in the main method. Whatever generated by default, he keeps that one as it is. You don't even touch one line of it. But he will write similar testing logics in the runner class. This is 403 room or some other room, guys? 403 only, na? Right. Okay. From my side, no issue, guys. Okay, check your side. Yeah. What's your workspace? This one, na? This is your workspace. Here is my paint, guys. పర్లేదు అవుతుంది అవట్లేదు కదా కరెక్ట్ కేబుల్ ప్రాబ్లం కేబుల్తో కాదు మార్చుకుందాం చూయించు షాపుడికి చూయించి మార్చుకుందాం ఇదొద్దు అవసరం ఇక్కడ అవసరం చూపించి తీసుకో. This is my fine 515 guys. Yeah. What's your batch code? Spring. Here, what is there? 515 Spring Boot Core. Okay. Runners in. A runner is a Spring Bean or Spring Boot application that contains what? One-time execution logic in its what? Run method. Nothing but what? Callback method. We don't call the run method of runner class manually. In every runner class, run method will be there. This run method will be called automatically, the two for one time. It's a Spring Bean boss. So run method is a callback method. The method which will not be called manually, but will be called internally is called as what? Callback method. It will be called by Spring Boot automatically as part of what? Application startup process. That is started by whom? Spring application dot run method. Right after pre-instantiation of singleton scope Spring Beans and after completing all necessary dependency injection. This will be done after completing what? All the necessary dependency injection, right? The Spring Boot application recognizes the Spring Bean class as the runner class by seeing what interface implementation? XXX runner interface. Total, how many types of runners are there, guys? Two types of runners are there. Command line runner, application runner. How does runner class becomes a command line runner? If the class is implementing command line runner interface. How does class becomes application runner? If the Spring Bean class is implementing what? Application runner interface. If Spring Bean is implementing what? Command line runner interface, it's a command line runner. This one is this. Technically speaking, whatever I discussed. A good programmer of Spring Boot application does not keep any user-defined code in main method of main class. Rather, he prefers placing testing code or method invocation in the runner class. Method invocation code in the runner class, right? Okay, nothing, boss. Everything will be kept in this. Method invocation code in runner class. A good programmer just places Spring application dot run method call in main method of Spring Boot application class. All the logics of client application or testing application will be placed in what? Run method of the runner class. The method that is called by underlying server or container or JVM automatically for certain event is called callback method. Servlet component lifecycle method, Spring Boot runners run method, we don't call them, guys. They will be called automatically by container or not, guys. Such class is called as what? Runner class. Online students, am I audible? Am I visible? Everyone, please respond. Every 2 minutes, screen is lagging. Is everything good? Are we good to go? Now is okay or earlier also okay? I think your network issue is there. Call someone, guys. Little bit wide problem. Please wait for some time. Some network issue is going on, it seems. Okay, very simple, guys. Keep main method, main class of Spring Boot application as it is empty. Network problem. Empty. Everything you write in the run method of the runner class. This is what I want to tell. Network. Wi-Fi. Signal లేదు చూడు. ఇది 403 ఈ రూమ్ 404. Okay. I think now problem is solved. Online students, everything is okay now. Is it good? Okay, guys. Total, how many types of runners are there? Two types of runners are there. Okay. First, I will show the practical usage of what? Runner. Then you will get idea. I'll take a mini project. In entire testing code is there in main method of the main class. I will try to shift to that what? Runner class. How to make normal class as runner class? Implementing command line runner or application runner, right? Okay, and it does also Spring Bean, guys. So it will be pre-instantiated. So once you move to runner class, no question of doing dependency lookup. Everything can be done through injection, na? Because even controller class, service class can be injected to runner. Is there any need of calling ctx.getBean method? Okay, have a look. We'll take a mini project, guys. We convert mini project into runners based project, boss. Mini project layered application Aracle MySQL. Okay. This mini project you take, guys. Copy this, paste it. I'm taking a copy of it, right? What is the project number? 13. Mini project. What is there? Runners. Mini project runners. Okay. Yeah, here is my word, guys. Pros 13 mini project layered application. Save finish. Okay, whatever it is, let's not touch remaining things. I'm taking one extra package called runners. First, I'm showing its real-time purpose, guys. Okay. Then we'll get into individual details. com.nt.runners. com.nt.runners. Okay, that's good. Okay, here I'm developing one runner class, guys. Here is my class. Here is my what? Class. Tell me here, what is there? Payment operations, otherwise, laid application test runner. Laid application test runner. Laid application test runner implements what? Command line runner. Simply implement what, guys? Command line runner. Okay. What is the method that it will have, guys? A run method. Command line runner is having run method. So this method we call, it will be called automatically. Implementation of this interface is mandatory or optional? Mandatory. But you can also make this one as a Spring Bean. Once it is Spring Bean, we can inject other Spring Beans to it. Okay, guys. Private payment operations controller. What is there? Controller. Can I say @AutoWide? Yes. Okay. So now, is there any need of calling ctx.getBean method to get this Spring Bean class object reference? Is there any need of calling ctx.getBean to get a Spring Bean class object reference, guys? No, not at all. No, not at all, right? Okay. So whatever code is there in the main method, that can be shifted over here or not, guys? Whatever code is there in the main method, that can be shifted over here. Okay, now listen. I'll go to this. This entire code is there now. Registration to getting all the things. This entire story. Copy these guys. Go to laid application test runner, say paste. Laid application test runner, say paste. Anyhow, this is not required. Remaining everything is there now. Scanner, every stuff is there. This is registration process. Now you go to main method. If you look at the main method, except one line, remaining all lines can be removed or not, guys? Except one line, remaining all lines can be removed or not, guys? Okay. Here is my start method. This is end method. So now main method, main class looking very clean, my dear. Come on, everyone. Okay, but sir, you are not calling run method anywhere. That's a beauty. You need not to call run method anywhere. It's a callback method. Are you calling main method somewhere? Are you calling servlet lifecycle methods manually? No. But still they are executed or not, guys? So runners run method also will be called automatically. Remaining nothing is changed, guys. Everything is same. Okay, let's see. Right click. Tell me. Run on. Okay. Go to the main class. Right click. Where is this? Run as Java application. See, output will come. First registration process. Name. Ganesh. Designation clerk. Salary 90,000. Department 10. Designation, what is there? Manager. Again what? Manager. You're getting output or not, guys? Are we calling run method? It is automatically executed. We have not called run method manually. It is automatically executed or not, guys? Sys trace. It's a Spring Bean. It is definitely what? Spring Bean. So it is also participates in pre-instantiation or not, guys? It definitely also participates in pre-instantiation, right? Here is what? Run as a Java application. Pray, how people ask innocently how we are getting controller class object reference without calling what? CTX dot get bean method. Keep your brain and eyes open, ra. It's a Spring Bean. Runner is a Spring Bean. I can inject other Spring Bean. Then why are you confusing, ra? Someone is asking very sincere question. Sir, how we are getting controller class object reference? Sonur, your focus is on network class also. How to get without CTX dot get reference? Array, data source object is injected to DAO. Did you by using at the rate auto void? Service is injected to controller by using at the rate auto void. So now, come on. Now tell me what happens. Cause runner is a Spring Bean, right? When runner is a Spring Bean, what happens? Mr. Blue Shirt, what's happening, man? Okay. Runner is a Spring Bean. What's the problem to inject another Spring Bean? Why are you not accepting newness, boss? Small newness. Why are you being so surprising in this? Already you have seen data source injecting to DAO, DAO injections to service, service injection to controller. You already accepted that. Then why are you not accepting this? And moreover, how it is coming. So how it came? How service came to controller? How data source came to DAO? You completed engineering. Sometime I feel very surprised. Okay, one more question. So who will close IOC container? If you want to close it, who stops you, Ra? You access container and close it. But closing IOC container is a great aspect. Moreover, run method is starting. Run method only internally closes. If you don't close also, it's not a big issue, right? Recommended to close. If you don't close, it's not a blunder, right, boss? If you want to close it, what you do? Get access to container. At the end of the application, you say what? CTX dot close. So now tell me, writing logic in main method is good or taking the support of runner is good? Today onwards, whatever standalone applications I develop now onwards, in any module of Spring Boot, I will not write logics in main method. I am going to put testing code, client application logics in the runner class only. That day again tell me, so are all of sudden runner, not all of sudden. It is a topic to be used and it's the right time to introduce runner. Now onwards, no more logics in the main method. Every testing logic, every client logic is going to be in what? Run method of the runner class. It is going to be in what? Run method of the runner class. Convinced, my dear? Come on, everyone. So, okay, now I have a question in your brain. I have a question to your brain. Static block of the Java class, one time executing block. Runner is also one time. What is the difference? What is the difference? Both are one time executing block, but their one timeness is different, guys. JVM level one time executing block is static block. IOC container level one time executing block is what? A runner class. Both are not same, guys. Both are not same. One is core Java level one time executing block. One is what? Spring level one time executing block. Static block of Spring Bean class. What is this static block? Runner class of Spring Boot application. It is a Java feature, can be used in both Spring and Spring Boot application. It's a feature of Spring Boot, can be used only in Spring Boot application. Executes automatically when IOC container loads the Spring Bean class. Executes automatically as part of what? Application startup activity performed by what? Spring application dot run method. Which method? Mostly after what? Pre-instantiation and injections. Pre-instantiation and what? Injections. Super. Does not allow to pass data or arguments from what? Outside. It seriously does not allow to pass the things from what side? Outside. Allows to pass data or arguments to run method. Nothing but what? Command line argument. In the run method, command line arguments are there na boss? We can pass data from outside or not. Static block, no parameters are there. Non-static data cannot be accessed in this what? Static block. Allows to access both static and what? Non-static data. Useful to place class level one-time executing logics or not, guys? Useful to place Spring Boot application level one-time executing logic. Are you getting my point? Executing DB script during application startup to create tables in database software, client application logic. Array, I want to run the DB script before I run the code, table should be created. So such a DB script can be executed from runner class or not, guys. Anyhow, client application logics also we kept it na. Static block does not support exception propagation. Array, it is not a proper method. Can we pass exception from static block to other blocks? It's not a block. It's not a serious method. Can we propagate the exception? Run method of runner class supports exception propagation. For run method, if I write throws exception, the caller will get the exception handling responsibility or not, guys? If you place multiple runner class, if you place multiple runner classes, the logics of all runner class executes only for one time during application startup process or not, guys? During application startup process, the logics will execute all the one time or not, guys? Okay, in one Spring Boot project, we can place 0 or more runner classes. So far, we developed so many Spring Boot projects. Did I write any runners? First time we have added one runner. Like this, we can add any number of runners, my dear. Okay, guys. Tell me total how many types of runners are there? Two types of runners are there. Okay, this is the discussion about what? Application runner. This is the discussion about application runner. Application runner will give command line arguments in run method in the form of application arguments object. What object? Application runner will give command line arguments in the run method as application arguments object. What object, guys? Application arguments object. Here is what? Command line runner. Command line runner will give arguments, command line arguments to the run method as args. That means varox na, my dear. Varox, nothing but array. So final conclusion is what, my dear? Application runner, command line runner, both are runner classes. Both are useful to make respect to Spring Bean as runner class. But the way they give command line arguments to run method is different. Command line runner will give command line arguments to run method as a string array, nothing but varchs. Okay. Application runner will give command line arguments to what? Run method as application arguments object. What object? Application. Application argument is a predefined class. What? That as that class object it is giving. It is giving as that particular class object. Convinced guys? Come on everyone. Okay. Let me add one small POC to understand the difference between command line runner and application runner. Shall we start doing it, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay. What is there? Others. What is the project, guys? Spring Starter project. Yeah. What is the project number we have to place? Boot IOC pros. What pros, guys? Boot IOC pros. What is the number? 14. Boot IOC pros 14. Runners. Boot IOC pros runners. Okay. Say next. Say what, guys? Next. Am I audible? Online students, am I audible? All clear? Huh? Fine, that's good. No need of adding special starters. Runners are very much part of basic jars that are coming. Okay. Say next. Say finish. Say next, say finish. I'm not touching anything, guys. I think everyone attended scheduling class. Interesting. Which one is good? Cron expressions are initial delay, fixed delay. Cron expression is life. You have to practice more of cron expression. How many symbols are there in that? Oh, okay. Then you attended class. Right. Fine, guys. But nowadays writing cron expression is easy. You write wrong or right, Eclipse is giving message. Until you get required thing, you can change the information, right, boss? Here is what, guys? New package. What is the package? com.nt.runners. com.nt.runners. Okay, that's great. Here, I will write two runners, my dear. Report one test runner. What is that? Report one test runner. Add. What is the runner? Command line runner. Okay. Add unimplemented methods. Okay, boss? How to make it as a Spring Bean, guys? At the rate component. Okay, I'm just getting the feeling this is executing. Sys out. Okay, not sys out. I will use sys trace. I will use sys trace. Yeah, what is there, guys? Command line runner. What is there, my dear? Command line runner. Simply, literally, what I am taking here is what, guys? Command line run. Report test one runner dot run method. What is there? Command line runner. Okay. This is my at the rate component. At the rate override. At the rate component indirectly what? At the rate override. Okay, that's great. Followed by this, what is the other one we have to take, my dear? Come on. Here, command line argument. Sysout command line arguments are, what is there, guys? Arrays dot toString. Arrays dot toString args. Arrays dot toString args. This is done, guys. Come on. So report test one runner. Report test one runner, which is a command line runner. Can I develop another runner here, guys? File, where is this? Save as. File save as. Report test two runner. Report test two runner. Are you getting my point there, guys? Report test two runner. Here is, I am the runner I am taking is what? Application runner. What is the runner I am taking? Application runner, guys. Okay. The runner that I am taking here is what? Application runner. Super, guys. Tell me. Here I will write systrace. Okay. Now here I am writing a message. What is the runner, guys? Applicate. What is the parameter, guys? The parameter is application arguments args. Application argument args. That is the parameter that we have taken there, right? Okay. That's good. That's really, really good. Application runner. What is the one? Application runner is taken then. Okay. So now let's see what else we can do over there, guys. Application arguments. While working with this application argument, we can get command line arguments in two ways, guys. Everyone, please focus. Your small concept is there. Whenever you are passing command line arguments, they can be passed as two forms. Just value you passed, guys. Non-option argument. Every command line argument I passed along with the key. Key is equal to value. Hyphen hyphen key is equal to value. They are called optional arguments. In command line argument, whether command line runner, whether command line arguments are optional or non-optional, we cannot differentiate them. Read and just display. But here we have methods to get option arguments separately, non-option arguments separately. Here we got methods to get separately, option arguments separately, and what? Non-option arguments separately. Is it not interesting, my dear? Come on, everyone. Let's see, guys. Time has come to focus, guys. This is application runner, guys. This is command line runner. Command line arguments we printed like this. Okay. Now listen carefully. System dot out dot println. Option arg values. What values? Option arg values. Look at the document. What do you mean by option arguments, guys? Name and values are there. Okay. First, let me print non-option argument values. Non-option arg values plus. Where is this? Arrays dot toString. Okay. Args dot get non-option args. Get non-option args. That is directly giving list collection. So I can call that method directly over there or not there. It will print directly non-option args na boss. Okay, now listen. Set string option arg names. Set string option arg names is equal to args dot. Tell me. Get option name. Only names of the option arguments will come. By submitting each name, I can get the value now, my dear. Okay. For otherwise, here I can use enhanced for loop now, boss. For each method. Option argument names dot for each. OPT arg names dot for each. Okay, guys. Each iteration, one counter variable name holds one option argument name na, my dear. Okay. System dot out dot println. Option argument names and values are. Okay. Sys out. What is there, guys? Sys out. Okay. Name of the argument. What is there, guys? Name of the argument. Okay. Values, guys. Args dot get option values of name. First I'm printing the name, its values. So by submitting the name, I can get the values of the option arguments, guys. Come on. First I printed non-option arguments. Okay. 1 minute, guys. Here I will write sys out. Here also I will write, what is there? Sys out. Perfect. Picture perfect means perfect here. Come on. Okay, I'm running, guys. Total how many runners are there? 2 runners. Both runners will execute. No doubt. Both runners will execute. No second thought. Run as Java application, guys. I have not passed any command line argument, but both run methods are executed automatically. So we don't call run methods of the runner class explicitly. They will be called automatically as what? runners. They will be called automatically as what? Callback methods, right? Okay, let it be, guys. They will be called automatically as what? Callback methods. Okay, that's great. So come to this, guys. Let us pass command line arguments now. Run as run configurations. Run as run configurations. Here one arguments tab is there na boss. Definitely what tab is there? Arguments tab is there, no doubt. In this arguments tab, we can pass command line arguments here, boss. Tell me how to pass the command line arguments here. Okay, let us pass command line arguments here. 101. Next. Hyphen name is equal to Raja. Hyphen address is equal to what? Hyderabad. Okay. Next average 89.9. So first this is what? Non-option argument. Option argument, option argument, non-option argument. Yes or no, my dear? Say arrow apply, arrow run. Arrow apply, arrow run, guys. Tell me. Non-option argument values are what? 101, 89.9. 101, 89.9, guys. Optional argument. First address Hyderabad, then name Raja. We're able to get it or not, guys? One optional argument can have multiple values also. Check it out. Run configurations. Run configuration. Wantedly, you give one more address, guys. Hyphen address Vizag. Apply, say run. Address is having two values now, my dear. Okay, that's the reason they have given this. So what is the difference between command line runner and application runner? Both are same. The way they receive and provide command line arguments to the run method is different. Command line runner produces in the form of array. Application runner produces in the form of what? Application argument object. In command line runner, we cannot differentiate optional arguments and non-optional argument. See, first one, second one, third one, fourth one. That's it. But here I'm able to differentiate now. I'm able to identify and differentiate optional arguments separately and non-optional arguments separately. Say something, guys. What is the difference between command line runner and what? Application runner. Both are one-time executing classes or Spring Beans having what method? But the way they get command line arguments to the run method is what? Different. The way they get command line arguments to run method is what? Different. Command line runners gets the given command line arguments in the form of what? String array. Whereas application runner gets what? Given command line arguments in the form of what? Application runners, application arguments object. What object? Where we can categorize command line arguments into optional and non-optional arguments. We can categorize them into both what? Optional and what? Non-optional arguments. Everyone getting my point? Run as run configuration arguments tab. 101. These are non-optional arguments. These are optional arguments now, boss. If it is command line runner, everything comes as a simple form. If it is application runner, I'm able to differentiate them nicely. Okay, non-option argument, only one, not one. Option arguments, I'm able to get them separately or not, guys. For optional arguments, I'm able to get separately or not, guys. In, in real layered application, we inject service IMPL class object or controller class object to runner class to invoke the methods on that object in the run method of the runner class. Command line runner, application runner are two independent interfaces. They are not interdependent, guys. Both are two independent interfaces. Is that clear? Both are two independent interfaces. Are you getting my point? Both are no way related to each other. Both are what? Two independent interfaces. Got it? Okay. Mostly used runner in the industry is what? Mostly used runner in the industry is what? Okay. Both command line runner and application runner interfaces are functional interfaces. What do you mean by functional interface, guys? Interface with one method, na? The Java interface that is having what? Single abstract method is called what? Is called what? Functional interface. Single abstract method is called as what? Functional interface. Okay, guys. A good programmer of Spring Boot application does not keep any user-defined code in main method of main class. Rather, he prefers placing testing code of the or method invocation code. Come on. Testing code or method invocation code in the runner class or not, guys? Super. Simply in the runner class or not, guys? A good programmer just places what? Run method call, Spring application dot run method call in main method of Spring Boot application class. All the client application testing applications will be placed in what? Run method of the runner class. Mini project related runner class story, guys. Okay. Though we are not adding any starters to Spring Boot project, how does it get multiple jar files as Maven Gradle dependencies to the project? I think I already discussed. Every Spring Boot project is a child project to one common project that is there in Maven Central Repository. That project is linked to our Spring Boot project as a parent project using Maven inheritance concept. Yeah, this is the project that is by default linked or not, guys. This project is ready-made project available in Maven Central Repository and will be inherited to every Spring Boot project, giving its common dependencies, properties, and plugins to what? Child project. That's the reason, though we are not adding any starters, so many jars will come to Spring Boot project automatically or not, guys? Super, guys. What are the things that will give? Basic Spring Boot jar file, dependent and relevant jar files, required plugins, required project properties will be coming to our project or not, guys? To fill these things, look at pom.xml of what? Spring Boot starter parent. The procedure is go to mvnrepository.com, search for Spring Boot starter parent, select the version, click on what? Pom.xml hyperlink. So whatever dependencies, plugins are there in the ready-made project of Maven repository will be coming to our project now. After all, every Spring Boot project is a child project to parent project or not, guys? Every Spring Boot project is child project to parent project or not, guys? Say something, my dear. I want reply, guys. Okay. Go to mvnrepository.com. Here is what? Spring Boot starter parent. Spring Boot starter parent. Spring Boot starter parent. 3.4.4. Here is my pom.xml, guys. There, so much information is there. Yeah, all these things will be inherited to our project or not, my dear? All these things automatically inherited to our project or not, my dear? Definitely, no doubt in that, right? Okay. In one Spring Boot application, we can place multiple runners. If you don't want to execute specific runner, remove @component on the top of that runner or not, guys. Suppose right now, how many runners are there? Two runners are there. But I want to execute only one runner. Instead of deleting the runner, if you don't make it as one as a Spring Bean, only other Spring Bean will be there. Only one runner will execute or not, guys. So right now I commented application runner, right click, run as Java. Only one runner will run here or not, guys. Only one runner will run over here or not, guys. Come on, everyone. By default, multiple runners will execute in what order? Random order. We cannot say, guys, which one first, which one next. By default, random order. Now I want to get control on the order. What should I do? This control can be gathered in two ways, guys. Number one, you place @order annotation on the top of the class. You place @order annotation on the top of the class. Yes, my dear. You place @order annotation on the top of the class. Or implement order interface and return order number. Implement @order interface. One is through annotation, one is through what? Interface implementation. So right now I'm keeping both the annotations ready, both the runners ready. On the top of it, @order 10. High value indicates low priority, low value indicates high priority. @order 10. Next, here is my what? @order 5. @order 10, @order 5. Right click, run as Java application. Yeah, first what has come, guys? Command line runner. Next, what has come? Application. Why? Because I have given numbers like this. First command, 5, 10 I have given. So I'll make this one as 15, guys. I'll make this one as what? 15. Run as Java application. Run as Java application. First, what has come? Application runner. Then what has come? Command line runner has come. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Once @order is specified, having priority value or order interface is implemented, having what? Priority value. The runner will execute according to what? Priority value without worrying about runner type. High value indicates low priority. Low value indicates high priority. If same priority value is given, then they will go by what? Random order. The default priority value is what? Integer max value. What value, guys? Default value is integer max value. Okay, I don't want to give this one, boss. I don't want to give this order intervention. I commented this. There's one more way of giving this priority value. That is implementation of order interface now, my dear. Okay, let's do how to do that work. Implements, comma, what is there? Ordered. Implements ordered. Get ordered. Here is what, guys? Return -1. This is what runner? Application runner -1. Next, what is there? Ordered. What is there, guys? Ordered. Tell me. Get order. What is there? Order. Get order. Here is my what, guys? Here is my what, guys? I want reply, boss. Here is 120. What is the one I am keeping? 120. Otherwise, just take 1. Okay. Who is having high value? This. Which one? Command line runner. This is having low value. So first, when I run this application, first I should get application runner output. Then I should get command line runner output. Run as Java application. Yeah, first, what is the one we are getting? First of all, what is the one we want to get? Application runner. Then what is the one we want to get? One command line runner, one application runner. Easy, guys. One command line runner, one application runner we are getting or not, guys? So this is how we have to deal with runners concept, or my dear. Report test runner 2. One is optional argument, other one is what? Non-op. Okay, now the question is, if I give priority value by using what? Order interface and order annotation, which will be taken as final value. Here I am taking 10. What is the number here? -1. Okay, now listen. If 10 is taken, it should come second. If 1 is taken, it should come first. Okay, now guess it. Which one will be taken? Annotation value or interface value? Interface value will get higher priority. Interface value will get what? Higher priority. Right click, run as Java application. First, what we got? Application runner. Next, what we got? Command. That means it has taken -1 only, na? Why -1? -1, 10 is there. -1 is there in order interface. That's why it has taken that one or not, guys. Okay, guys. Now look at this. Yeah, you tell me priority order now. 10 minus 20, 1, 6. Tell me priority order. First what, second what, third what? First what, second what, third what? First -20. Next. First -20, right? First minus 20, then 1, then 6, then 10. Okay. What is the order? Y runner, Z runner, A runner, X runner. Okay. All are having same value. What is the priority order? Randomly it will be decided. Randomly it will be decided, right? Okay, guys. Next. No value, no value. Number 1, number 2, that's okay. These two things will be decided randomly now, my dear. Okay. What about this? 10 minus 20, no value. 6, no value. Minus 20, 10. Okay. Next, it was one of these three things in 3, 4, 5. One of these three things. These three things. Lastly, next these two things. Right, guys? Okay. Number 3, these three things randomly. Number 4, these two things randomly, right? Okay. Conclusion on order, guys. Conclusion on order. Low value to high priority of order interface. If multiple runners are having same priority, they will execute no order. Next, no order runners. These runners will execute in what? Random. We can also give priority value by implementing order interface. Just now we discussed. Okay, if you provide two different priority values, which will be taken? Order interface will be taken as higher priority value or not? Super, guys. Debugging also we discussed it now other day. Procedure is now given here also. Okay, there are some FAQs related to Spring Boot, guys. Revision of Spring Boot subject now, right? Okay. What is the difference between Spring and Spring Boot? I think I have given nearly 15-20 differences, but remember 5-6 important. What is Spring Boot formula with respect to Spring? Spring Boot is equal to Spring minus XML configurations plus auto configuration. What is auto configuration in Spring Boot? The process of performing common things automatically, dynamically, based on the special jars that are added to class path or build path is called auto configuration or not, guys? What is the benefit of auto configuration feature? So many common operation takes place automatically. What are those? Making predefined classes as Spring Bean. Injecting one Spring Bean with another Spring Bean. Yeah, next one. Manage getting the main dependent relevant jars, embedded servers, embedded database software. What is starter in Spring Boot, right? Special jar file. Who will take care of auto configuration is called starter. How does starter is different from what? How does starter is different from what? Jar file. When we add jar, you will get main and dependent jar file. When we add starter, you will get main, dependent and relevant jar file. Explain what is brownfield project and greenfield project. Scratch level new project is greenfield project, right? Existing project enhancement is okay. Explain at the rate Spring Boot application annotation. It's a combination of how many annotations? What are those? Configuration, component scan, and enable auto configuration. What is the difference between at the rate value and at the rate configuration properties annotations? At the rate value is for what purpose? Simple value injection, right? At the rate configuration properties for what purpose? At the rate configuration properties for what purpose? Bulk injection. At the rate value for what injection? Simple values injection. Right, guys? Okay, guys. What is the difference between at the rate value and at the rate configuration properties? What? Annotation. One is for simple single value injection. One is for what? Bulk injection. What is layered application? What application? What is what? Layered application. Developing multiple logics in multiple classes, putting them together, right? Putting it together is called as what? Layered application. How does dependency injection and lookup concepts will be used in what? Real time. Tell me. Real time projects are layered application. There, data source object is injected to DAO. DAO object is injected to service. Service is injected to controller. Controller is injected to runner. Today's class. What is JDBC connection pool? JDBC connection pool is a factory that contains set of readily available JDBC connection objects are not there. How JDBC connection pool and data source objects are what? Interrelated. Data source object represent JDBC connection pool or not, guys? To get connection object from connection pool, we use ds dot get connection method or not, guys? We use ds dot get connection method or not, guys? What data source algorithm? What is data source algorithm in Spring Boot application? What is data source algorithm in Spring Boot application? What is data source algorithm in Spring Boot application, guys? First Hikari CP, then Tomcat CP, then Apache DB CP, then what? Oracle UC. Explain popular data sources, right? Okay. Chandrasekhar, I should fence PDF. I should give answer. Why you are not asking me come and give interview also? Huh? Waste fellows. In which dunya you landed, ra? I have given paint. Can't you convert in PDF? That work also I should do, na? Namaste, boss. Mr. Chandrasekhar, I think in first time I am listening one question from you, that is send PDF, sir. Mahan Purush. How much time it takes, ra, to convert a document into PDF? Hardly 1 minute. Online tutorials are there. These are the engineers and these people will develop projects. Sorry. I collect the content, not the drafting work for me. Super. And are you expecting answers for these questions to be written here? Huh? Please. What okay, sir? Chandrasekhar, shameless fellow. I have given paint. You want PDF. Why PDF is required? Can't you read in paint? Can't you read in paint, guys? You want to send to your friends and dearers? Send it as a PDF. What is there in that? Focus on main aspects, waste fellows. Explain various popular data sources. Tomcat, Hikari CP, Ubur, C3P0. What is the difference between property file and what? YML file. We discussed many things. What are the profiles in Spring or Spring Boot application? Profiles are given to execute the code according to the environment of this project, right? In how many ways we can activate profiles? 3 ways are there, but popular one is what? using application.properties or YML file. Explain, come on. Runners and their use cases in real time. In real time, no project will be tested by writing code in main method of main class. Everything will be kept in run method of the runner class or not, guys. What is the difference between command line runner and what? Application runner. What is the difference between command line runner and what? Application runner, right? What is the difference between just now we discussed program arguments and what? VM argument in run configurations of Eclipse IDE. Program arguments means command line argument. VM argument means system properties. What properties? -D to activate profile, we have used -D option. They are the VM arguments, right? Command line argument means regular one. What is the difference between non-option arguments? What arguments, guys? Non-option arguments and option arguments of the command line argument. Non-option arguments will have just values, whereas option arguments will have what? Both keys and values. Explain different starters that are given in what? Spring Boot. We have a lot of starters. Spring Boot starter JDBC, Spring Boot starter JPA, Spring Boot starter AOP. Like this, we have a lot of things now, boss. How can we make certain predefined class not participating in what? Auto configuration activity. You have to keep a relevant configuration class in exclude attribute or not, guys. In @Spring Boot application annotation, exclude attribute is there. Explain about Spring Boot starter parent project. It's a ready-made project available in one central repository. Every Spring project is child project to this project. From this project only our project will get jar files, plugins, necessary properties or not, guys. What is the benefit of making every Spring Boot starter parent project? 1 minute. Every Spring Boot project as the child project of what project, guys? As the child project of Spring Boot starter parent project of Spring Boot starter parent project. Spring Boot starter parent project. What is the benefit of making every Spring Boot project? Okay, tell me next one. Whatever features are there in parent project will be inherited to our project automatically. So we need not to add those jars, plugins and properties manually now, my dear. Do I need to add them explicitly? Is there any need of adding them explicitly or not, guys? Runners utilization in real-time project. This is how we have to run the story in real-time project or not, guys? Calling ctx.getBean having bean ID to get what? Spring Bean class object reference comes under dependency lookup. Calling ctx.getBean and getting Spring Bean object reference. Using @auto-avoid in Spring Bean classes to assign or inject one Spring Bean object with what? Another Spring Bean object comes under what? Dependency injection. What, guys? By adding runner class support to Spring Boot project, we can completely eliminate what? Dependency lookup operations from what? Spring Boot project. Because if you add runners, okay, even last service and controller also we are going to inject to runner only, na? Runners are introduced from Spring Boot. That means they don't work in Spring Framework. They work only in what? Spring Boot framework. Got it, guys? Let me upload the notes and let me give the applications soft copy. Application soft copy. Tomorrow onwards, you'll be having sessions on Spring Boot Data JPA. Database connectivity. Now serious coding starts, guys. So far, fundamentals of Spring programming we learned. Fundamentals of Spring Boot programming we learned. But that is not the story. So now we are going to see how to use these things for database interaction. Followed by that website development, right? Okay, but every weekend, one or other common topic will be there. This weekend also you'll be having what? Common topic. This weekend, only Sunday you'll be having common topic. Saturday you'll be having regular topic, right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If this Saturday, this Wednesday, I'll tell. Tomorrow I'll give the clarities. Wednesday, one small change is there. Class will be there, but timings and here and there. But I will let you know. But as of now, regular status code. Be flexible, guys. Be flexible. Yeah. What's your batch code, guys? 5:30 p.m. I hope you enjoyed Spring Boot core. Okay. Main feature is auto configuration. That's it. Here is what? Spring Boot core. File upload. Here is what? E-dry. Class content. Spring. What's there, guys? Huh? $1103 not 515 Spring Boot core. Tell me. Session 16.